Hello, everybody.
All right, Ms. Kamiri, are you all set?
Yes.
Okay, and who do we have here?
This is Timothy Howe.
All right, so Mr. Afternoon. Okay, so Mr. Howe, a warrant was served on you. You missed a pretrial hearing in your Lacey possession of stolen property case. We're going to get that here reset. All right, and Mr. Sharp, he's over in the county jail, but it looks like the warrant was served on him and returned to the court. So what's your position on bail?
Oh, Your Honor, it appears that the only reason we're seeing him today is because he was arrested on a new theft charge, his possession of stolen property charge. Warrant's been out for just coming up on 3 years. Warrant amount was $1,000. The city believes that's an appropriate amount to hold him on to ensure his return, given that he absconded for 3 full years and only appeared when he was arrested on a new similar charge.
All right,
Looks like counsel would need to be
reappointed.
revisited.
Ms. Kamiri.
Your Honor, are requesting that he be released on his personal recognizance. During the time that he missed his last court hearing, he was homeless and going through difficult times. And he's now gotten his life on the right track. He has stable housing, has a full-time job, and supports 2 other people. He will be contesting this case, and we're unclear about the circumstances surrounding that new theft charge. And so that's a surprise to him. And right now, we're requesting that he be released. He promises to appear at his next court hearing. And we do request that counsel be appointed again.
All right, and Mr. Howe, I will appoint new counsel for you. That'll be a specific point. And just going to look and see if.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Your Honor, I forgot. There's one more thing. He currently has MRSA, and so he's supposed to be on medication, an antibiotic that's at home. And so he's dealing with that medical issue as well.
He has a hearing in courtroom 2 set as well. Mr. Howe, you haven't gone to see another judge yet today, have you?
No, sir.
All right, with the long failure to appear and the new charge, I think the $1,000 bail is reasonable. Set bail at $1,000, same conditions of release, and we'll get a pretrial hearing date set for you, Mr. Howe. All right, November 25th at 9:30, Mr. Howe.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you then. And you can let the corrections officer know that you're done with your Lacey court and you need to go to your county court.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Your Honor, present with me is Mr. Timothy Howe, number 7 on the calendar this afternoon, Your Honor.
It's like he missed an arraignment. Did you discuss with him his legal rights?
We did, Your Honor, and I do believe that Mr. Howe understands the constitutional protections that he enjoys during this process.
Mr. Howe, you're now charged with 1 count of theft. That's a gross misdemeanor, which carries with it a maximum penalty of 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Plea if not guilty, you'll be entered. This matter will get set for future hearing. Is he seeking court-appointed counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Howe is seeking the appointment of Thurston County Public Defense.
I will appoint Thurston County Public Defense to represent you. We're going to set conditions of release. I'm going to hear from the state. Then I'll hear from Mr. Szaszewski.
Your Honor, the state's asking for bail in the amount of the warrant. At last checking, his 1 active warrant for possessing stolen property. His other warrant history, also no new law violations, and stay away from Bald Hill Road Southeast in Yelm.
What is that? Is that just a residence?
That is, it's the address of the incident, which is listed in the police report as a community market. When I looked it up, it appeared to be a mobile home park.
What was the, okay. So Mr. Szaszewski, do you know where that I'm not familiar with Yelm as I am as with other parts of Thurston County. Do you know what that is?
Your Honor, my client maintains that he has absolutely no idea what these charges are, and I've read the police report, and quite frankly, I find that to be a very credible position. So Mr. Howe does not know who lives there or what that business is, and we have no objection to a stay away order from that address.
What was the address? What was the address again?
It's
Bald Hills Road.
Bald Hill Road Southeast.
And you live in Mason County?
No.
This says you live, the address we have for you is in
Oh,
Shelton.
I forgot what county that was. Yeah, I live in Shelton.
Okay, that's, how long have you lived in Shelton?
Just about 6 months.
Okay, all right. Well, it's in Mason County. And so, Mr. Stashevsky, I'll hear from you on conditions of release.
Your Honor, defense would defer to the court regarding a no contact order with that address. Again, Mr. Howe relates to me that never been there before, has no intention of going there, so that there's no issue from a defense perspective on that point, Your Honor. Defense would argue that bail is not necessary in this case, Your Honor. I note that this is not that old of a case. The date of violation was from November 2024, but as per JABS, it looks like it wasn't filed until April of 2025. Mr. Howe has just the one other warrant that he is aware of, Your Honor, from the Lacey matter. Most importantly, though, Mr. Howe's in a much better living situation than he was back even just roughly 6 months ago, Your Honor. Sorry, taking a step back. Mr. Howe has struggled with homelessness since 2020. Mr. Howe started living with his brother in Shelton. That's the Shelton address about 6 months ago. So he does have secure housing. He would also get notice today. I provided him with a sheet and let him know that he can attend court remotely in Thurston County District Court. That Zoom court is an option. I also gave him the number for Thurston County Public Defense. I would note that just a year, but there have been no new law allegations since November 21st, 2024. And then would also just highlight the nature of these allegations and the nature of this charge, that this case in particular seems like there might be some very viable defenses here, Your Honor. And for those reasons, would request that bail not be imposed. Thank you.
Did he provide a cell phone where we could send text reminders to?
I did, Your Honor, to Madam Clerk, ending in
Thank you.
2266.
All right, Mr. Howe, that you've not made an appearance on this. Apparently it was summoned into court and didn't appear. Recognizing that you may be unhoused at a period of time, you're going to be released on this. Conditions of your continued release are don't have any criminal law violations, stay away from Bald Hills Road Southeast, and make all your court dates. Your next court date is going to be December 10th there at 10 a.m. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're going to get a piece of paper with that court date on it, and then you're also going to get a text reminder at the phone number that was provided by Mr. Stashevsky. Do you understand that?
Yes.
That's it for today. You're free to go. I'd wait about a week. You're going to get contact information for public defense. Wait about a week, contact that office, and then consult with who's ever assigned to your case about your case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then over at Nisqually, what's your name, please?
Nolan Amos.
All right, just hold on, Mr. Amos, okay?
Okay, Your Honor, it looks like there's been maybe a miscommunication here. I need to check in with Mr. Sabian because we have two cases and it looks like there's a conflation of the recommendation a bit. I was expecting two forms here. So I understand there is another civil case. Maybe the court could take that.
Yeah.
while we work this out.
I will, yeah. I just want to get clear on what Mr. Amos is here for.
We have two cases in pretrial status and
Two.
3 on post disposition.
Got one Lacey case for theft, one county case for theft, but that was all.
Case 5A 0789 832 is trespass.
832 was a
Number 2.
post disposition. It's like that was, I can give you the date on that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So 832 had sentence imposed on September 26th.
I see a note from Mr. Savota about that. Sorry about that. It's a little busy these days. I think we've sorted that out. Well, rather, I've sorted out the mix up on my end only. Mr. Sabian was fine with Mr. Amos, so we're ready to go with the form as a match there.
All right, are you all set, Mr. Sabian?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Are you all set?
Oh, yes, we're ready. Sorry.
Mr. Amos, I have your guilty plea here to the charge of theft. Did you want to plead guilty to that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, have you reviewed your guilty plea statement with Mr. Sabian?
I have indeed.
You're waiving your legal rights in this case by pleading guilty. So that means you're giving up the right to take the case to trial and have the prosecutor prove the charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt to a jury, the right to call your own witnesses to court who could testify in your defense, the right to hear and question witnesses who testify against you. You give up the presumption of innocence and the right to appeal your conviction. The maximum sentence you can get for this is 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. And even though there's a sentence recommendation from the attorneys in this case, you need to understand I don't have to follow anyone's recommendation, and I could impose up to the maximum sentence. Did anyone make any threats or promises to you to get you to plead guilty to theft?
No, Your Honor.
And then written here on your plea form, it says on October 23rd of 2025 in Lacey, I did take property of another with intent to permanently deprive them of it. It was under $750 and it was from Chevron. Is that your statement?
That is Your Honor.
I'll accept your guilty plea. Mr. Sharp?
Thank you, Your Honor. Real quick, I'll put it out there. I calculate 12 days credit
12.
on this case. He was booked in on the 23rd of October.
Mhm.
City's recommendation, just to make sure it's clear there, it's for credit for time served on this, but then an additional 15 for the probation violations. It was on probation for 5 cases, only 4 of them made the calendar and have holds. So we have one dangling and that's okay. But I think it's important for the context here to note that he's on probation for 5 cases, all of them from 2025, all of them in Lacey. This is now a 6th criminal conviction in Lacey. That certainly deserves a response. City believes 15 days applied to those probation cases is quite a measured recommendation. We hope the court would agree that it's reasonable.
So total of 27 days with 12 credit.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Sabian?
Yeah, I might have misunderstood. Some things were lost in translation. I assumed Mr. Amos would be getting credit for time served on his underlying case with 15 days of jail credit on the for all of his PV cases. So my assumption was that he would be getting credit starting from when he was originally incarcerated, October 23rd. If there was no meeting of the minds, I'm not sure if we can proceed, or maybe we can just proceed with in this case, an open sentencing, if you were, because I think I have some good things for the court to hear from Mr. Amos.
No objection to withdrawing the plea if defense needs more time to talk. Mr. Sagan, I tried to be clear in indicating that it was consecutive to the CTS sentence recommendation. So sorry if there was confusion on my part. No, I'd take a look at the notes, but Your Honor, no objection to pulling this back. We need to.
And if I may, I'm sorry, with consecutive, if credit for time served for the underlying, the consecutive would start at October 23rd. That's what I assumed. Credit for time served. But in this case, I guess credit for time served would start counting from today. So I misunderstood that part. It's entirely on me. Can I speak with Mr. Amos real quick?
Sure.
Thank you.
Stand by, Mr. Amos, okay? Okay, Mr. Sabian, can we go back to Mr. Amos's case?
Please, Your Honor, apologize to the court and to the city for misunderstanding.
All right, so we'll go back up.
And to Mr. Amos.
And did you decide which you want to do?
Yes, Judge, we decided to go with the open sentencing. City will make their recommendation, we'll make ours.
Okay, well, I have heard Mr. Sharp's, so What's yours on behalf of?
Yes,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Amos?
We're asking the court to not impose any additional jail time. So that would mean credit for time served on the newest case. And if there's any probation violation that needs to be imposed on the prior cases, we ask that that be run either with 0 jail time going forward, or apply it retroactively to the time when Mr. Amos was originally incarcerated. So concurrent, even with 15 days with good time, by my count, he'll be getting out today. Several reasons to consider doing that. Mr. Amos told me that he is on a waiting list. He's about to get his permanent or more stable housing. He just got approved for his state disability, and he's waiting for SSI to come through. So he's going to be making about 800 plus change a month in passive income, which will help him stay out of trouble, help him prevent him from having to go out there and steal, take things that aren't his. Struck me as a very intelligent young man, well-spoken. I didn't feel like he was trying to fast talk me or anything like that. Given everything that he's looking up towards, I think there's little to no reason to keep him there while he's not getting any help. I think the deterrent effect has been met. He also had the opportunity to wait until next pretrial hearing in November. He asked us to move up to date so that he doesn't sit on the public's dime any longer than he has to. And he's rolling his dice today with your honor. So we're asking your court to give him credit for time served with no additional jail time. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Amos, do you want to say anything before I sentence you?
Just that, Your Honor, I understand very much, my situation, and I won't be making this mistake again. I'm very sorry for, doing this and wasting your time, being in this courtroom and everything. So I just want you to know I won't be making this mistake again, and hopefully won't ever have to be in front of you dealing with this again.
All right, well, Mr. Amos, it shouldn't come as any surprise to you. I hope it doesn't, but the rapid and repeated violations of the law, rapid and repeated thefts, is a recipe for you spending an awful long time in jail. And, the people in Thurston County, people in the city of Lacey, they don't want that. You don't seem to have a criminal history that I know of. Maybe you do, but it's from somewhere else, but nothing that comes up here, in our records until this year. And then it's just one after the other after the other. So that has to stop. And, I just don't think it's credible to say that, you shouldn't get a violation of your probation based on repeated violations of your probation. There's a lesson here that you're not learning. Something is not sinking in with you. So you've got to understand a couple of things. One is the accumulation of multiple similar offenses is going to result in increased punishment. And then in the type of crimes that you're committing, multiple repeat offenses can become felonies, and you can go to prison for them quickly, maybe more than you think or understand at this point. So I'll give you 2 pieces of advice on that before I sentence you. One is that repeated stealing can be aggravated into felony crimes, so don't do it. The other is going back into stores that you've previously committed theft crimes in, and committing another one in there can be immediately elevated to a felony crime called burglary. So you are not just getting a bunch of shoplifting charges, you're exposing yourself to the risk that these are going to all of a sudden be a lot more serious and have a lot more lasting effect on you. Okay. So the recommendation that the prosecutors made here is extremely reasonable under the circumstances. What I'm going to do is impose 364 days, 337 of them suspended, and credit for 12 already served since October 23rd. So that leaves you 15 days to serve, and then you'll be released on probation. And for the next 2 years after that, the conditions will be don't violate the law, don't have any contact with the taco time or the Chevron in Lacey. Now, your probation cases, I'm not going to do anything additional on that. I've consolidated all of that into just one case. So the total's 27 days, credit for 12 days served. And then you'll be released on prior conditions of your probation on the other cases.
Thank
Mr.
you,
Amos,
Honor.
good luck to you, and I hope you can kind of change the pattern here before it gets too bad.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hang in there, Mr.
Good
Amos.
luck, sir. All right, and you can let the corrections officer know that you're done.
And so my release date, Your Honor, would be November 13th, correct?
Your final release date will be up to the jail because they apply the good time that you earned, so they'll be able to tell you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.